I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really hate hearing my voice. My voice kind of sucks. My voice kind of sounds weird, and I want to let y'all know I'm gonna get through this video by not thinking about my voice sounding kind of weird right now. I really don't like playing back my voice, so when I edit a video, I have to hear my voice like over and over again. But forget about that. Let's talk about this TikTok ban. As you see right here, my NAR thing, I'm promoting TikTok. But when you go on my TikTok, there is literally one video on it, so please don't go on my TikTok yet because it doesn't have any videos on it. But the whole point is getting banned, and America doesn't like the Chinese owning it. So they're trying to buy it off the Chinese market and make it an American thing, because we just want everything to be America. Which, you know, I guess that's a preference thing. I can't hate about it. I just have one issue, is that we can't, you know that old saying, you could wish for world peace? Yeah, that's not gonna happen, because we're so stubborn. We all want like a sense of power. So there's like a weird power struggle, but we literally can't find a common ground about things. So that's why things are being censorized today, and being even more censorized, even when it's unnecessary. Excuse my hair, it's a little bit disgusting. But anyways, the guy that owns TikTok is trying to save it. Obviously, the people don't like it. The people have a very strong say about this and a very valid argument. But obviously, a bunch of Republicans voted for this thing to be banned, not Democrats. I heard Republicans. It was Republicans. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. We're gonna start the video. I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna learn this together. And my friend literally was like, TikTok is banned, you can't click on it. I was like, no way. My girlfriend was like literally on it. You know, where's my pic? I can't stand, oh my God. Okay, let's go, man.
Nation's capital, the U.S. House of Representatives, has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley, live in Washington, the latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past hour or so. It was an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was so much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week,
Yeah, but see, the thing is, what is that data? What is that data entails? Is that data really important and vital to what America really wants to keep safe of? Because if it's data just means they just know everybody's name and all that, oh wait, that's kind of scary, actually. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like, what are they gonna do? Just travel to them and assassinate them? You know, some logical thinking, but we don't really know what that data really is and why it's so vital to why TikTok is getting banned in the first place. But my assumptions are just them collecting data, videos, and people's names and ages and stuff. That's all I'm aware of. I mean, if that's data, then I don't know what is.
House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking people. It's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say...
Let me stop right there. So if I'm pretty sure y'all know, but I'm going to tell y'all again so y'all can be reminded, things are being censorized every single year. And I mean censorized. So like, if anybody knows how the internet worked back in the 90s and the 80s, you would know that you could access a lot more things than you could do now, because the government obviously has a great control over the internet and how the internet works. So you can see how this takes effect. But yeah, for people that's older than me, yeah, like things is getting literally censorized every year. Like, it's probably hard to even look at porn now, because porn is probably being banned. But you can watch my porn video like almost a year ago. You can guys check that out. It's called "Are You Addicted to Porn?" It's a sickness, guys. I'm telling you, it's really bad. Oh man, this is like, it feels like cotton candy on my hair. But anyways, yeah, it's a very, very serious thing. I know a lot of people have jobs and they basically work at TikTok. So it would really hurt them if this thing was banned. Like a lot of people literally get paid from TikTok, and for them to lose that, talking about what's that word, the Great Depression, but it's not close to it. I don't know, not that close.
Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote, or which way it could go over there either. That's the latest here in Washington. We'll send it back to you guys in LA.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. We got another video we gotta look at real quick.
Are you dreaming of more freedom, more dough to thrive, and financial options to keep...
Man, don't you just hate abs?
You can dream it.
Starting with the social media app TikTok, because its chief executive has vowed to keep on fighting after the US House of Representatives passed a bill that could see the app banned in America. Shao Zichu released a video on TikTok threatening legal action and warning if the bill becomes law, it will mean the end of TikTok for its 170 million users in the US. We'll hear more.
Whoa, 170 million. Well, let me rewind that real quick. Wait a second.
Threatening legal action and warning if the bill becomes law, it will mean the end of TikTok for its 170 million users in the US.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, 170 million. Jesus, I'm not even one of them. I barely use TikTok. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm 23, but like, I'm such an old soul. Like, I literally just watch YouTube videos. Like, that's all I do. I like watching YouTube. I don't really scroll through TikTok, and like, I even have the app on my PC. I literally had to check it to make sure it's not completely banned before I make this video, because I don't want to make a video all extra late, because you know how it is. But yeah, it's man, I can imagine so many people. Oh my gosh, they're gonna have to find another job, y'all. You're gonna have to work a regular mop job. Sad. can't shake their booty anymore.
We'll hear more from him in a moment, but first of all, here's our US business correspondent Erin Delmore, who is covering the developments on Capitol Hill.
The House vote sets the stage for what could become an ultimatum to TikTok's Chinese-owned parent company ByteDance. Sell off the app, or it will be banned. Now, there's a ways to go between here and there. The bill needs to go through the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future.
I am the Senate! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has been non-committal about whether he'll bring it up for a vote. And some senators have already vowed to vote against it. If it does move through the Senate, President Biden has said he'll sign it. Proponents of the bill argue that TikTok is a national security threat and that the app's 170 million U.S. users are vulnerable to data theft by the Chinese government.
The priority here, though, is national security.
Nice eye patch, bro. That's crazy.
Americans' minds. That's what the primary issue is. Is there trade-offs when you deal with an issue like that?
I would drink a beer with that guy.
Former President Donald Trump used to back this idea, but this week he changed his tune, saying that while TikTok poses security and privacy concerns, banning the app would be a boon for Facebook, which he called an enemy of the people. And with that, a national security, free speech, and youth issue also becomes a campaign issue.
Keep TikTok! Keep TikTok!
Protesters took to Capitol Hill on Wednesday in support of TikTok.
Do you have any concerns about China tapping into people's phones or security risks from China?
Absolutely not. If I had any concerns about China, I would have the same concerns about right here in America sharing and selling our data too.
Oh, that was a good point. Oh, America does the same thing. Don't forget that. But that was a good point. He fired them up. Man, he was spitting gospel. Did you see that? Did you hear that? That was a good point, though. That is a good point. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. There's nothing really to add to. Wow, that opened up my eyes. Just a little bit.
Two issues remain. If President Biden signs the bill into law, it's almost certain to be challenged in the courts. A forced sale would need the okay of the Chinese government, and they've said no. And even if it went ahead, the question of who would buy it? Nearly all of the major U.S. tech companies are in the midst of antitrust lawsuits or facing likely ones, making the notion of purchasing a platform with 170 million users unlikely. Individuals, companies, or groups could take it up, but past deals have fallen apart.
I just want to say, if TikTok does get banned, I am like 110% positive there is going to be a TikTok lookalike or another app that's kind of like TikTok, but it's owned by Americans. But I don't think TikTok is truly going to die. I think TikTok revolutionized how social media is, and that's why it has a major staple on today's society. And I can't believe that actually came out of my mouth. But yeah, crazy stuff.
If the bill becomes law and TikTok isn't sold in around 6 months, it will be blocked from U.S. app stores and internet service providers.
Well, let's hear more now from the TikTok chief executive, Shou Zi Chew, who's vowed to keep fighting to save the platform in the US. Here's some of what he posted a few hours ago.
Hi everyone, the show here. Just wanted to share some thoughts with our US users about the disappointing vote in the House of Representatives. There has been a lot of misinformation, and I hope to clarify some things. First, thank you to our incredible community. You are what makes TikTok so special. Thank you for making your voices heard. Over the last few years, we have invested to keep your data safe and our platform free from outside manipulation. We have committed that we will continue to do so. This legislation, if signed into law, will lead to a ban of TikTok in the United States. Even the bill sponsors admit that that's their goal. This bill gives more power to a handful of other social media companies. It will also take billions of dollars out of the pockets of creators and small businesses. It will put more than 300,000 American jobs at risk, and it will take away your TikTok.
Hey, there's like people that's handicapped, right? That's having a hard time living. Just think about this, please. Please think about this. I know there's a lot of people that hate TikTok, right? You see them girls dancing, shaking their booty around. That's okay. We get that. But think about the people that's disabled, the people that can't do anything, can't even lift a finger, can't even work, and for them to lose TikTok, that's their only way of income, to get some sort of income in their home, completely gone. Man, I can only imagine the pain that they will go through if that even happens.
So, is TikTok a threat to national security or not? I asked Jasmine Enberg, who's social media analyst at the consultants eMarketer.
Well, it depends who you ask, of course. And right now, what I can say is that we are closer than ever to a TikTok ban than we have been here in the US. And there are several reasons for this. One is that the momentum for holding the platforms accountable for real world harm, especially against young people, of course, which are heavy users of TikTok, is at an all-time high. We're also in an election year, which adds a sense of urgency to all of this. And urgency is certainly something that we saw in the House with how swiftly it passed the bill today. I do think that the bill will face more hurdles in the Senate. So even though we're closer than we've ever been to a TikTok ban, there are still a lot of ifs and a lot of things that need to happen before this could become a reality.
I mean, when you look at the investors in TikTok, they're powerful organizations. Some of them are US based. They won't be happy about this. Of course, the value of their investment massively reducing if it's banned in the States.
Yeah,
crazy.
There would be a lot of beneficiaries of a TikTok ban. I mean, there's a long list of companies, you know, that would potentially benefit, Meta being one of them. We were doing some preliminary analysis, and if the ad dollars that were spent on TikTok were reallocated, Meta would get a fair share of them. To be fair, at eMarketer, we are predicting that TikTok will rake in.
I'm just gonna stop right there, y'all. But yeah, I truly think TikTok won't be gone forever. I think there'll be an alternative, or they'll work out a deal. But TikTok will not truly die. I think that's completely messed up in a way, and I hope you guys do fight for it. But man, I'm done. You guys stay healthy out there. Stay cool, man. I know it's gonna get hard for y'all TikTok users. I would do a TikTok dance, but I'm on low energy, so I don't feel like it. So I don't want to get viral. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.